Korea faces a number of structural headwinds, from low productivity to the country's high dependence on exports. That's according to the IMF today. What more? Korea needs to complete reforms in the business and labor sectors to raise productivity and push for further fiscal policies to support the country's corporate restructuring drive. Our Kim Min-ji has the latest analysis by the Washington-based international organization.
Korea's growth potential is heading downhill in the face of uncertainties at home and abroad. That's according to Kalpana Kochhar, the deputy director in the Asian Pacific Department of the IMF, who is in Seoul for meetings with government officials and economic policymakers.
The first factor is that labor input is declining. Korea is aging, and therefore the amount of labor that is going into the production of output is declining. The second major factor is productivity. Korea has some of the most productive manufacturing industries, but the service sector productivity really lags the frontier, lags the OECD comparators.
She stressed the need for the country to renew tripartite negotiations for labor market reform to prop up productivity and lift the country's growth potential. The IMF holds talks with member countries on an annual basis to review economic developments and fiscal policies. In light of the government's corporate restructuring drive, the IMF officials said given the country's low public debt, Korea should push for supportive fiscal policies to cushion the negative impact.
We do see the need for more accommodative and supportive policies in the near term, not only because the economy is weak, but also because corporate restructuring in the short term could have negative effects because it may involve people being laid off, etc. So we have called for additional fiscal stimulus this year, and we feel that a monetary policy easing that is coordinated with this fiscal stimulus could provide very strong support for the economy and could be the way to lift this economy's growth.
She warned that early withdrawal of fiscal support could take a toll on the country's private consumption. The IMF expects the Korean economy to grow 2.7% this year, revised down from an earlier forecast of 2.9%. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.